All right, we're here with these wonderful ladies with like awesome ass sweaters. Who decided to make these sweaters? What was your thought process behind it?
I just wanted to create something that was like cute, but like was also like, yeah.
Pussy power. Don't be afraid of it, y'all. Don't be afraid of it. Did any of you guys go to the Women's March last year?
I actually went to the one in San Francisco, but it was kind of like the same thing, but it was super cool. Like everyone was super positive and really into being there.
What did you take away from that march, and what are you hoping to take away from this march?
Power of the people, you know, like everyone stand together and you can actually do something. So
amazing. One last question I want to ask you guys. What is one word you hope to describe at the end of 2018?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Change. Yeah, I was change.
We need some change.
Change where? Where is one place you want to see change?
Government.
Yes, 100%.
Fuck Trump.
You know, and I think it's amazing that you guys are here, looking awesome, looking fly as hell. Thanks, ladies. Keep it up, okay? We are here with
Coenda.
And tell me a little bit about your sign. What does this one say? Just an ordinary woman rising up and defend DACA. Is DACA an issue you're extremely passionate about this year in particular?
Absolutely. This country is made out of immigrants. My mother, my friends, myself. We built this country, so here to defend it.
And tell me a little bit about what you look forward to in 2018. I mean, it's not all downhill. There has to be something, even if it's a resistance, to look forward to. Tell me.
This is exactly what I look forward to. I'm not crazy after all.
Yes, and you're not alone.
It's more like this, more things like this to look forward to. We're going to keep resisting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Tell me why you guys came to the march today.
Well, I came obviously because I'm a woman, and I believe that we need to support each other's rights and build each other up, and there's power in number, and stand together, and yeah.
What is one issue you want to see changed in 2018?
Easier access to information on what our candidates stand for, and have the government be behind publishing that information.
Yes.
And
transparency.
I want to vote better personally,
yep.
But I feel like it's actually really hard for me, even just like getting on the internet, to find information that I need in order to make informed decisions.
I'm going to push back a little bit. I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do personally that's going to further that in terms of seeing that change this year?
So I live in Venice, and a handful of my friends work on the Venice Neighborhood Council, and literally we just met this last week talking about just that. And
amazing.
And so I think that
get involved locally.
It starts on a local level, 100%.
What about you?
Better access to healthcare, and healthcare for everyone is so important. The fact that a single mom who works 3 jobs can't afford healthcare for her children, and that's
quality,
and that the fact that she's looked at as lazy when that is not the case at all. I think that system is very messed up, and we all have to show up and educate ourselves on that, and like transparency, we need more of that obviously to understand the issues, but it's just, as a human, you deserve to be able to go to the doctor and not put it off because you can't afford it. That's
absolutely
human right. It's just,
and it starts with putting people in office that are going to prioritize those issues
and talking about it, even if it's uncomfortable. Like, you've got to become uncomfortable and sit in that discomfort so that we can get somewhere.
Please tell me your names and a little bit of what got you guys here today.
My name's Amy Young. This is my daughter, Lily. And we're here today just to show up, stand up, be part of it, because it's so important this year at the 1-year anniversary of the inauguration.
Absolutely.
That we continue this path, because it takes this. It takes showing up and being present.
It takes all of this. Turn around. We just briefly just grab. Take a look at that. That's why we're here. Did you march last year?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you feel like we have a far more, longer stretch to go? And this year, is it more crucial now than ever?
It's definitely, to me, the most crucial year because you're starting to see the cracks. It's our opportunity to stand up right now because obviously a lot of the things within the presidency are starting to really show who he really is and what's behind the facade. So
And
more than ever, it's important to be here.
what do you find to be, for both of you guys, the most pressing issue facing women in 2018?
I think probably reproductive rights. Like taking that away would be terrible and like make a huge difference in my life as a woman. So I think that's something I'm really worried about.
Right, and encouraging, funding for places like Planned Parenthood, I think is very important. You guys gave me this little badge that says, I speak up for reproductive rights. And I will be rocking this for the rest of the day. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the march. Thank you. It's amazing. You guys keep it up. Be woke. The time to be alive. Time to be present and listening. Look around us. Feeling the love. Tell me a little about your shirts, your signs.
Just everything that is going terribly, terribly wrong in the last year. I've never have been in a march before this last year. I tend to like to stay at home. I saw a sign last year that said, if the introverts are out, things are bad.
Yes.
So that's what's happening now.
That's what's happening. Absolutely. If you're upset, show up. And I think that this is a time you're seeing, again, I'm not someone who gets on the streets and protests, but when you're frustrated enough, you will. This is why we started this entire podcast to begin with issues that matter to you. How are you going to choose to get involved?
I make a lot of phone calls, send a lot of faxes and emails. I haven't started handwriting letters, but, I show up to things like this and
Who are you contacting when you send the letters?
Elected officials. I mean, and also even people whose constituencies I'm not part of. I will go and post on their Facebook if they're doing something I like and be like, yeah, there are people that support your decision to do this.
What are some issues, even it could be just one that you find to be one of the most pressing, threatened issues?
I think probably the healthcare is a huge one for me. Reproductive rights, healthcare, and immigration issues. Yeah, those are just top for me.
Amazing.
Yeah, same, but also racism and LGBT rights.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Also, I think the co-option of faith as an excuse to justify bigotry is it's not really a policy thing, but it's a behavioral thing that is devastatingly divisive and is creating a lot of cultural issues.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is beyond accurate. Thank you, ladies, so much. What is this? Donut
holes, not well. I don't know. Are we allowed to use language? Donut holes, not shit holes.
Yes, absolutely. Tell me why you guys are here, and what's the goal behind today for you guys?
Well, we are here to represent females. The words of females, and trying to get their word out, and trying to create intersectionality between genders, between races, between everything else. There's been a lot of really bad, rhetoric from the powers that be at the moment, and it's looking scary for women.
What is an issue you find the most pressing and or threatened for 2018 that we need to see serious movement on?
Without a doubt, it's climate change for me. Yeah.
Same. And just any of the anti-science rhetoric that's been going in, the orders to demolish all the scientific data on climate
and defunding the EPA and all the
Tell me a little bit of how you guys are going to decide to make that agenda a forefront of something this year.
Trying to stay abreast as best as I can, and trying to keep track of who is running for positions and trying to spread the word that these people are, have these objectives in mind, and this is why that's a good thing. Trying to get other people involved. Talking to people is probably the best way, to be honest.
Yeah, just getting together with each other, saying, hey, this is something that matters to me, here's why. If you want to talk about it, and let's start doing something about it, that's awesome.
What is a word you would hope to use to describe the year, encompassing the change that you want to see?
Revolutionary.
Amazing!
It could be one, because there's a lot of people need to be held accountable for the things that they're doing or saying.
I love that one. Great answers, both of you guys. Thank you so much. And march on, you guys. Continue what you're doing, all right?
Thanks for listening to us.